He's still not letting me live that down for throwing him out. I just thought he was butch. So Ree is just my nickname because my mother named me Cherie, my father calls me Sherry, people in hardware stores call me Sir. People in women's bathrooms call the cops. And my parents may not have agreed on how to pronounce my name, but the one thing they always agreed on is that they're proud of me for being a straight A student. Which is the only time my parents ever referred to me as straight. To this day. And I'm married to a man. And it sucks. Because people are always pointing at me and my husband as proof that conversion therapy works. And I do understand the way I look is confusing to people. I do. I work downtown Detroit. The other day I'm parking, digging through my bag, looking for a 20. I got like all these singles falling out. And so I think I'm funny. And I say to the attendant, that's my strip of money. And he perks up. And I'm like, maybe I got it. And then he says to me, you ever go check out those girls in Canada? They take it all off. And then he fist bumped me. And I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, bros before hoes. If I go to a bar, there's always a drunk guy that's like, I bet I can make you straight. Which is really rude. Unless you're good looking. Then I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try it. We'll go race to the bed of my Ford F-150. He'll look at me and he'll be like, I'm gonna show you what it's like to be with a real man. 13 thrusts later, he's proved his point. I'm pulling up my boxer briefs, heading home, talking to God. You sure it ain't too late to make me a lesbian? And people ask me, they're like, how do you know for sure you're not a lesbian? And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with these bits and pieces, let alone another woman. Like, how does that even work? Like, like then it's easy, right, ladies? You just grab it, you go. And you're done. I mean, I don't know if they're done. I'm just matching the energy. Where do you think I learned this from? My husband and I, we don't have any kids, although recently we did have a scare. Took one of those at-home tests, saw the 2 pink lines. I looked at my husband and said, well, better COVID than pregnant. I realize I don't look 55. The joke, I mean, now that I think about where I'm at, that joke may not have made as much sense for 55 and plus. Like, why would I be pregnant, right? Anyways, my husband was my 3rd fiance. Unfortunately, my other relationships ended because of cheating. But because my husband's so wonderful, I believe that God has forgiven me. Didn't think I was the cheater, did you? Don't worry, they didn't see it coming either. But I'm not the asshole up here, guys. Those guys, they deserved it. My first fiance told me my hair was too short and it made me too manly. So I stopped helping out around the house. Started banging his secretary. From there on, he was mowing his own lawn, doing his own oil changes. Second fiance, caught him kissing another woman. And I am not the kind of person to fight to keep somebody in my life who doesn't want to be there. His stepmama can have him. I don't care that it was just on the cheek. And I don't care that it was on Mother's Day. I have seen stepmama porn. I know what happens when that refrigerator breaks. And I don't think it's right to say, once a cheater, always a cheater. Because now that I'm married, I'm an adulterer. My husband hates those jokes. But my boyfriend likes them, so I keep telling him. I'm just kidding. I want to cheat on my boyfriend. Anyways, my husband, he is tall and he is good looking, and people are always like, tell us about him. Y'all seen that show, Queer Eye, from the straight guy? And how the gay guys go, they find a guy that kind of looks like this. And then they take him and they fix him up. And my husband looks just like one of those guys, the gay ones. And I asked my husband, I said, if you were gay, would you tell me? And he goes, if I were gay, would I let you wear that outfit? Now I don't know if my husband's really gay or just really mean. He is, he's tall, he's good looking, and everywhere we go, people love to remind me. We walk into a restaurant together and he says, table for two, please. I know you guys probably thought he sounded gayer than that, but he does speak like that. And at which point the hostess looks at him and is like, I'll be right with you. Turns to me, DoorDash pickup's right over there at the counter, sir. I don't even work for DoorDash. Uber Eats carry out same counter. Bitch. I go to my husband's work events. His colleagues are like, oh my God, you're so much fun. That's so cool your brother brings you to these things. Now when that happens, I don't get mad. I just walk up to my husband, give him a great big kiss on the mouth, start talking about what it's like versus kids being raised in the South. Then I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. So I go back and I'm like, hey, just so everybody knows, we did have different dads. My husband and I, we go on vacation, like to do a little role playing like we're strangers. My husband says something flirty to me from down the bar, offers to buy me a drink. As I make my way around over to him, the bartender leans into my husband and says, sir, I think you've had enough to drink. A few drinks later, and a little bit of making out. My husband excuses himself to the bathroom. Same bartender comes over to me now. Thinks he's doing my husband a favor. And he says, you know he's married, right? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. That's my brother. But I don't care about any of that because this year my husband and I celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, it is the crystal anniversary. Like any good wife, I got him a hooker. You want to guess her name? Crystal, no, it's Rita, but for an extra 50, she's into role playing too. People also ask me, doesn't it get boring being married for so many years? I'm like, how can it be? Just the other day, my husband came up with a new nickname for me. It is SpongeBob No Ass. Now, I don't know what possessed him to say it to my face, just like, I don't know what happened to his new PlayStation controller. But I think we're just about even. People also ask me, how did you meet? And I tell them we met the old-fashioned way. AOL chat rooms. Tinder of the 90s. It took me 30 minutes to download that dick pic. Somehow it made it seem longer. My screen name on AOL was Loves the Scissor. Any other scrapbookers? Just me? We met in the Michigan S&M room, single and mature. But I am glad I met my husband when I did because they were not all mature. No give boy 69. I do not want to pee on you while you wink into my belly button. I recently lost over 150 pounds. Yeah. And it's hard. Thank you. But I am proud of myself because I did not let my fear of shots win. Ozempic. And people get hella mad when they find out I used the Ozempic. They get real mad, women especially. They act like I'm just gonna go lose all this weight, start banging their husbands. I was already doing that. But now I get to be on top. And I'm lucky, you know, like I can afford my medication because where I come from, the only weight loss things available were like Dexatrin, Slim Fast, meth. Yeah. And even losing you know, like I don't even know what my body's gonna be like. Right? Like the skin can tighten up, and how exciting is that gonna be? Feel like I'm getting a little old to still be on my first husband. Or the skin might be all saggy and loose. But I already got a plan for that. I'm trying to get my husband into granny porn. You don't like that visual, sir? He's just like, no, I just stopped. And people also say, like, the only real way to lose weight is through diet and exercise. To which I say, I am exercising. As soon as they come up with a shot for that, too. But I don't care, you know, that I look like a lesbian. And I remember there was a time only women were asking me out, and that never bothered me. And so one day my sister's over helping me practice for softball. And I asked her, why does everyone think I'm a lesbian? And she's like, I don't know. You have your hair, your shirt, your pants, your shoes, you hang out at Home Depot, you drive a Ford F-150, you follow women's basketball, you cry when they cancel Hell, you have every Melissa Alfred album, your favorite comic is Wanda's Sykes, you can't lay off rainbows, you still use bar soap, and you have a girlfriend. I was like, oh my God, we're just friends. But I don't care if I look like a lesbian, honestly. If my hair is a mess, I'm gonna throw on a ball cap. If I'm cold, I'm gonna wear a flannel, with or without the wife beater. If I don't feel like bringing my purse, I'm bringing a wallet with a chain. Safety first, ladies. Then my husband comes up with a cute little nickname for me. He's like, come here, my little trucker. Tells me to back my rig up. I'm like, boop, 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 boop. I'll get ready to take that stuff off, and he's like, no. Leave that. Wait a minute. Is my husband gay? Guys, I need to go make a phone call. My